Forget the battles. Forget the shining armor. Inside those cold stone walls, a very different story unfolded. The lord of the castle wasn't just a warrior. He was a ruler, a husband, a judge, and sometimes a prisoner of his own power. Imagine waking up surrounded by luxury and fear. Every move watched, every word judged. This is what life was really like inside the castle walls. Before the sun crested the horizon, servants would already be awake, lighting fires, fetching water, and warming the Lord's chamber. The Lord rose not to silence, but to the murmur of servants dressing him, the smell of damp stone, and the echo of footsteps in long corridors. He would pray, because every day began with gratitude and fear. Gratitude for life, fear for the uncertainty that came with power. In the great hall, breakfast wasn't grand. Bread, cheese, maybe a bit of ale. As he ate, stewards would approach, scrolls in hand, updates on crops, disputes, and the state of the treasury. Even before his first bite, he was already solving problems. A broken fence, a stolen sheep, a peasant in debt. Every decision rippled through the village. His word was law, his mercy a gift. By midday, the great hall transformed into a courtroom. Peasants kneeled before the dais, trembling as they pleaded their cases. The Lord wasn't just a ruler, he was the law itself. A stolen loaf might mean lashes or mercy if the Lord's heart allowed. But every act of mercy risked appearing weak. And in a world built on power, weakness could be fatal. By evening, the castle would roar to life. Tables heavy with meat, wine, and laughter. But behind every smile was calculation. Alliances were forged not with swords, but with cups raised in false friendship. A misplaced word at dinner could ruin a family or start a war. Even joy came with the weight of politics. When the guests left and the torches dimmed, the castle grew quiet. In his private chamber, the Lord would remove the symbols of his power, the rings, the cloak, the sword. For a few moments, he was just a man, perhaps writing a letter to his son at war, or mourning the friend he had to betray to keep the peace. Power had a price, and inside those walls, it was often loneliness. As the castle slept, guards paced the battlements. Owls hooted, wind whispered through arrow slits, and the torches burned low. The Lord lay awake, hearing it all, the creak of the wood, the distant howls. For him, peace was never certain. Every night carried the echo of danger beyond the walls. And so the cycle repeated. Day after day, the medieval lord was not a man of endless luxury, but of endless duty. Inside those stone walls, surrounded by gold, he carried the heaviest burden of all, to rule in a world where one mistake could cost everything. Power built his castle, but it also became his cage.